So if you're anything like me, you know MOZA through all of their racing gear. But did you know they also make something else? And that is this. This is the AB9 force feedback base. But what is actually so special about this base? Probably have already seen this in use. A lot of people have been using this base as a dynamic gear shifter to give them force feedback while changing gears. They can feel every single rumble as a real car would in the gear shifting mechanism and things like that. But with this having the endless possibilities, this also is a flight base. So if you didn't know, MOZA have brought out a whole line of flight simulating stuff. And let me tell you, the quality is still parallel with that racing gear as well. So when you pair the MH16 joystick onto this AB9 base, it gives you the ultimate satisfaction. Now pairing all of this together with that MTP and MTLP panel, it's a game changer. It literally feels like you're in Top Gun and you're like Tom Cruise or something. It's really just mind-blowing to see that something like this can be used in two dynamics from flight sim and racing sims. It's like the ecosystem has just opened up even further and now allowing you to have a flight sim and racing sim. Unfortunately, I don't have the gear shifter attachment. Now, I have already done a full review on this base when it comes down to specs and everything like that. This is just to explain that MOZA has taken that next leap. They've taken that next step from sim rigs to whole ecosystem. And yes, I know there's a lot of people out there that say, you know, they don't work on PlayStation or Xbox or this or that. There are certain versions out there that work on different platforms. Unfortunately, PC has a more wider range of compatibility because the fact that PC is a universal device where an Xbox or PlayStation is limited to what they can have coded, I guess, to their software. So I am on PC, so that's why I can show off a lot more, which gives me a bit more versatility when it comes down to things like this, basically being able to work on a sim rig or a flight rig. The future is really endless when you do think about the possibilities. They could work on a button box that also works on flight sims, truck sims, racing sims, and so on. There's so many more sims out there. You know, they're just becoming more and more. So if they created a button box which had all of that, for a lot of truckers out there that do Euro Truck Sim, they could have this as their gear shifter, so they'd feel the rumble of the engine as they're pushing through the gears. The CM2 screen, which could be for all of their maps and stuff, which they've added now. They could have a button box. There's just a limited amount of things that they could really push out. And so far, we're seeing the next level of sim rigs. And if you want to check it out, there's all the links in the description. Adaptive and dynamic gear shifters to flight sims, all in one AB9 base.